ladies and gentlemen, Joe Cowan in his truck working hard. That's what you do, right, Joe?
Right, right.
Well, we appreciate you doing our web gem. We call these web gems. I'm stealing some technology, some terminology from the sports guys. This isn't a sports highlight. This is like something that matters. This is a business highlight. Businesses make the world go round, don't they, Joe?
Small business, sure.
Small businesses, that's for sure. Jet Cleaned and Remodeled. That's your company.
Yes.
And
Yep.
you got your camera's shooting quite a bit over your head there, so there's a big space. If you tilt it down, just there you go. Now, because you're a good looking man there, Joe. Don't right? So there we go. Now we got you. Cool. So Jet Clean and Remodel. How long have you been doing this now?
I've been doing sewer and for years.
Almost 20 years.
Yep.
You,
I
you
started out
okay?
and
Speak real slowly there because the mic is still catching up. Since your mic wasn't working, we're going live out of my phone into the microphone here, everybody. So, but speak really slowly, and I'll pause. It's still picking me up, and then you're talking before I finish, so the mic's getting confused. So I'll go ahead and shut up now and speak a little bit slower for us.
uh, yeah, I've been doing drain for 20 right at
20 years.
uh, 20 years on my own. I have never it's all word of
By word of mouth, you said, I think is what you said there. So we're having a little bit of audio stuff, so I'm translating for everybody as we do that. But and I've been, it might be too close to the mic. There's always some technology thing these days. I'm a technology guy, and even we have problems, right? We have more problems than most because we're always immersed in technology. So 20 years, um, people want to get information from you. It is a quick search I did. Jet Cleaned and Remodeled. There you were. That's your page. I'm gonna put that up on the screen for everybody to see. Is that okay with you?
yeah, absolutely.
Let me click a share button here, everybody. And we're using a little bit different technology for what we're doing here, but screen number 3. And so now, Joe, do you see your Facebook page there?
Yeah, I do.
Tell tell everybody about that a little bit.
All right, so basically, when I get done with doing this, I can post the videos if you're willing to, or if you're wanting to. The website or the Facebook page, just make it easier to share videos instead of going to YouTube and that.
Yeah, so Facebook pages a lot of times, so you're cutting out a little bit there, but what you're saying is you can call right here. Click call right now, or right there's the phone number for everybody. So you guys see that? And so call Joe. Now, Joe, I was most impressed with what you do. You actually put some of your videos out there. So I'm going to switch screens and I'm going to change cameras, number one, for me. So the person can see my big TV walls here. You're in my super duper, you're zoomed into through our software, not really zoomed in, but you're in our meeting here through our software that lets me connect to people anywhere in the world. We've had interviews with people in New York, LA, Tulsa, Chicago, Florida, all over the place. People are finding us and want to be on the show, of course. So let me change my screen there. So that got moved over here. Thank you for not making it too easy for me, computer people. But their camera number 4. So there's a more tight shot. This is my show with shirts. Take off the hat. I get kind of sweaty with that, but let me just put my ball cap on. That's it again. Brandon a little bit there, right? So I've liked your page, and out here what I'm gonna do instead of switching cameras and sharing a different thing, I'm just gonna bring this one over here. How about that? So now this is a video. Do you see the video that you have there that we showed this? We tested this before, right?
Yeah, it's just the camera inspection.
Camera inspection. Okay, this is a minute 5. I'm gonna play it here. So this is a camera that goes down the tubes. Like I said, we had another one of your patrons that does the same work you do, came on not long ago, and it digs in. The cameras are really small, some of them, right?
Correct.
And it goes down small tubes. How wide is this tube?
This one we're looking at is a
6-inch?
yes.
Okay, so you got a 6-inch tube. That's a good size. You can fit a good sized camera down that. Some of it, what's the smallest camera you've got?
The small that I have go into 3.
3-inch pipe. Now, is that what you said? 3-inch?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so a 3-inch pipe, that's pretty standard. I mean, a lot of people, what's the average PVC pipe? I guess if some of us have copper, but those are like 1.5 inches.
Copper can go from inch to 1.5 inches. Yeah,
Some of those might be at 1 inch, I guess, but
it stays above now.
can you get cameras into those things?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right, so they're putting another promotional video there I scrolled away from. But let's go back to your page. There's Google. Actually, I'm gonna switch over here because I put that page on there special for everybody. We go back here. Oops, I did it again. But there you go. Hit that button. Now, just go over here, guys. If you want to watch Joe's videos, he's got a lot of them out there. Some of them are pretty long. You can learn about this whole process. Bottom line is, Joe, you're pretty good at what you do because you're a little bit of a techie nerd, at least in the sewer camera world, right?
Well, yeah. Hit play, stop, and record.
I didn't understand you there. Say that one more time.
It's pretty easy to record and stuff.
Right. So you record these for people and you'll show it right there. Here's what you got going on in your pipes, right?
Correct.
And so then they go, this guy's not lying to me, trying to sell me something I don't need. I could see the blockage. Yes?
That is correct.
Okay. So there's a lot of examples you've got out there. I've got a website solution for you. You got great work, man. I'm going to help you get a website. I do that for pennies for people. If you like me to help you with that, I can help you with that. You are a good businessman. You know what you're doing. Let's get you an awesome looking website out there, maybe. We'll talk about that later, but don't spend a whole lot of money on websites, guys. I can show you how these guys take. Don't get me started. I'll talk to you about that privately if you guys want to know. But a lot of small business guys, they say it's like 30%, 40%, 50% don't have websites. And I get it. You've got a lot you can do through your social media. That's a great way to go. But a website, I think, will help you because you are a good guy. You know what you're doing. How long has this business been in business?
Jet has been in business for 11 years.
11 years. Doing a great job. Obviously, lots and lots of word of mouth. And
Wow.
and that's why I really want to help the small business owners because I like working with small business owners. And take a look here, a little more of the information on Joe's Facebook page, and got a little following there too, and just good information for everybody. I'm going to stop the share here. We'll have a little bit more of a conversation real quick. Like I said, we've got about 7 minutes left here before I got another Zoom call I got to do. But you know why I like working with a small local business owner?
Say that one more time.
You know why I like working with the small business owner, the local small business owner?
Why is that?
Because many times I'm dealing with the owner.
Oh yeah.
Right? They don't send their crew out, and they're actually based out of another city. And if I have a problem, then I got to call into an 800 number and wait in line, and they're going to tell me what I didn't do that should have been done, and now it's not covered. I deal with the owner. He's going to make it right. It might cost me a little better, but at least I know I'm not getting ripped off because we're going to be honest with each other. I can look you in the eye, and you're the owner.
That's 100%.
Well, I just think that there's a problem in our world right now where the big guys spend all kinds of money to put their stuff all over the place and drown out the smaller businesses. So as a marketing guy and IT guy, that's a weird combination. I knew with technology back in the 90s, the way my baseball team, we didn't live stream at that point, but in 2001, I would shoot video during our game. I was the left fielder and the camera guy. And while we were hitting, I would record everybody that hit. And then when I hit, somebody would record me. And then our video was on our website in 2001. Video really helps people. That way, even a small business owner, hey, if you want to go buy a bunch, I had another guy recently said, want to buy a bunch of cameras and do a lot of stuff and buy everything. And he goes, wait a minute, Carter, you set up everything for me. All I got to do is walk into your studio and it's all done. Even better than that, we're going to have business owners like yourself just jump on a Zoom call with me. Even if the microphone isn't working, we'll translate a little bit. But I think you've got, because you called me on my phone, but we're going through the Zoom on the computer and together it works. But you have a great service that people need to know about. Would you agree?
Oh yeah. It's way better than just running a sewer schedule. I really with everything.
Yeah, so I couldn't hear everything you said there, but I think you were saying I mean, you just do it better because you're the expert. You're not counting on somebody that had 6 weeks of training, right? And now
Right.
and what he's really trained to do, tell me if I'm wrong, but I've seen this, and I'm not calling any specific company out, but I know this happens. What he's really trained to do is find a couple problems and then recommend that maybe they have to do a full gut of everything, which is a $10,000 sale, when all you really needed was $600 worth of work. How often is that?
I have came more than once.
And I've seen it happen. I know it happens. I'm lucky. I know a lot of guys in the trades and a lot of people. I do this Cardinal Cowboy thing, and a lot of people will do business with me because they know that they're going to be able to find me. I'm easy to find. My phone number is on my website. You just Google search Cardinal Cowboy, and my home address comes up. I got nothing to hide. Come have a soda with me. I don't drink, but I'll do a pickle shot maybe. Other than that, I hardly ever these days. I'm too old for that. But literally, I mean, and I like the pickle. Can you give me a pickle shot without the alcohol? I just like pickle juice, to be honest with you. But anyway, this is a way to really get the word out. How many people do you think you've serviced over how many in your own business for 11 years?
11 years.
How many people do you think you've helped save them from big problems? If you don't take these problems and get them fixed, there's bigger problems, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, dozens. I even. I mean, I 4 or 5 jobs, and for almost years. That's quite a bit.
Well, yeah, I say overall, like I said, my goal and objective in life, my parents had a learning center for kids, and they effectively got drowned out by the big guys who I won't name, and you know who they are. And they just spent a ton more marketing. They were not near as good, but they marketed like crazy and they spent a lot of money. So I want to do these free interviews like this. We'll take this for free, put it on my social media. On Facebook alone last year, I just looked at my stats for the last 12 months. So it's not like I'm picking and choosing between the prime time but over the last 12 months, 4.9 million people watched my stuff. 4.5 million views, reach views, they call it. And they switch it over from reach to views. It's kind of the same thing, but they're trying to compete with YouTube. And I've got a YouTube channel. I've added it all together, but I want to help small businesses because you're doing great work. People just need to know about it. Is that fair to say also?
Absolutely, definitely say that.
Well, I want to thank you again for joining me on this quick web version. If you could give me a couple more minutes here just to say, what's one of the biggest tips you would offer somebody when they've got a drainage problem and the water's bubbling up and they're like, why is it not going down? In my sink, I stick a coat hanger down there. Maybe that's going to fix it because it's a local thing. But if it's in your basement, that's probably a plumbing thing like the stuff that takes the sewer stuff out. Could be a much bigger problem. Is that true?
That is correct. Oh my God.
Hey, you're fine. Now you're not on video, but I can hear you real well. So go ahead and you might have got a phone call there, everybody. Busy man. We're keeping him from
I
his
lost everything.
I can hear you though. I can hear you, Joe. There you go. You're fine. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I'm trying.
You're fine. Keep working hard, brother. But I know what it is, man. It's the grind. You just got to keep going. Never stop. That's where you'll get
Oh my goodness.
But tell me, we can hear you really loudly now. I realize now it was the combination of video and audio separately going through this thing is maybe causing it to do that. I learned when I'm doing stuff too. But tell me though, a couple tips you would say to somebody when they've got an issue.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I can hear you fine.
That work?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, I can't hear you, but
Keep talking.
I'll answer that last question, I guess. What? I don't even remember your last question. I'm so sorry.
Tips for what's a tip you would give somebody?
Say that one more time.
What's a tip you would offer somebody when they have a problem that they should do to address it?
Always, never use the liquid form of drain cleaner. That just doesn't work. It just never. Don't waste your money.
Okay.
Save it, and don't get oversold when people are coming out to your houses. I see it so often, especially the bigger companies. There's just nothing into but selling stuff that you don't need.
Yeah, well, they've got to make profit, right? So once we get to somebody's house, time to sell them, right?
That is correct.
And get them. That's what we were saying earlier. That big old, hey, well, this is actually gonna. We could do. This guy used an example in my last show. We said, oh yeah, they said they needed to gut the whole kitchen and pull up the tile and do everything. He came in there with his rooter and just cleared it out, and it cost him $600 or something. Would you rather spend $600 or 10,000?
Yep, that has definitely. I've definitely saved people thousands of dollars on bids and stuff like that.
Well, there's where you'll sit if you come into my studio. I was trying to hit my slider camera here, and so we can show you. That's my angle too. Got my new. I can watch the Cardinal game while I'm at the game, and it'll project whatever's on my phone on my glasses. There, everybody. But what I was trying to do, and we're going to systematize my Zoom calls now that we're doing these too. But is it 4 or is it just capture? I think it's just capture. There it is. There's my slider camera. So watch Joe's videos. They're on his YouTube. I'm sorry, Facebook channel. And then maybe you'll watch them through my virtual glasses if you want to get some of those. I'll tell you where the ones to get. I've done a lot of research on that. But Joe, maybe we'll have you come in the studio here and you can give a sit down with us and we'll talk a little bit more in depth. And people will really get to understand what you're about because we'll put you up here in the studio like that. Your camera's now pointed out. I guess you're at the gas station there, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing you now. My camera's muted or something, so I'm trying to listen to what you're saying.
Gotcha. Hey man, we find a way.
Yeah, coming in and talking, that sounds great.
All right, Joe, thank you for your time. We're up to our time limit here. I'm over, and I think somebody's going to jump in and try to get into my meeting here because we give them all the same link, and hopefully they're not. But appreciate you. Hey guys, check out Joe. Look him up. The Facebook page he's got out there. Until he gets this little website, I'm going to help him out with the website. Don't blow a bunch of money on websites, you guys. I get professional looking websites that are cutting edge. We do them for $500 to $1,000, depending on what you need. These people were spending $500 a month, and it didn't even look as good, and it didn't include the marketing automation. You need to have automation built into your systems so that it's not just a website; it's a machine that will follow up with people automatically and a whole bunch of things. I was the #1 sales guy in the world, well, the United States, which probably means I was best in the world for the largest marketing company in the world. The last up to 3 years ago when I saw that I could do more to help people by doing this. And now we offer a competing marketing automation suite that includes websites, and you can just do the website piece if that's all you need. But have that at least built in so you can use all that. Thank you, Joe, for your time. And I look forward to, I just did your, let me go back here. There it is. I'll go over and click on it here. I'm trying to get your page up. There we go. And I'm talking about whatever I can think of. So there it is. Check it out, everybody. On the walls behind me. Get a hold of Joe and keep changing the world, brother.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time.
All right. Thank you. Giddy up. All right, everybody. Thank you for another little quick web gem. We might end up airing this on ABC, depending on what content I need to fill, because we've always got guests on, and I've got so much airtime I have to fill many times. The airtime, we're running out of airtime. I'm asking for more airtime from my. I'm trying to switch screens here, so there's Joe's picture. That's the best one I got. But I'm trying to get the airtime filled with all kinds of leaders in the community, and we'll even do it through a web meeting, if nothing else. So we'll do that. Thanks, everybody. Giddy up.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Joe.